One Kiss Going Away by Edward Garza. Scene 1. Characters: OG, older convict in his late 50s. Well-groomed, serious and strong but kind. Deep voice. Loser, 21-year-old addict, lost. The setting is prison somewhere in the US, the year 2020, a Monday. At Rise, loser, forlorn sitting on a bench staring into the distance. The day is dark and cloudy. Loser raises his head as OG almost walks past him.
Hey, OG. Let's say OG. Can I get a word with you?
The term OG, original gangster, is something I've never been. A facilitator, an organizer, even an agitator or an activist. But I've never been one to demean my own community, wherever that may be, even here.
All right, I get you.
So what's on your young mind?
Been a while since I heard from my girl. I think I lost her.
My young brother, you lost her the moment you decided to practice a nefarious lifestyle with your homeboys. You're all twisted up, and everybody can see how crooked your walk is except you. This setting that you're in can't be made to go away with 3 wishes from a magic genie. Look at you. Sit up straight and hold your head up.
I wanted to forget I was in prison. I ended up losing my visits for 2 years. She seen me behind the glass and just turned and walked away.
Well, all you've been about is a long con game.
I thought the name of the game in here was survival by any means necessary.
Man, you've been watching too many Wesley Snipes movies. You need to learn how to be real, like those brothers sticking their head in the criminal gangs anonymous and NA in college.
If she stays with me, I'll do all that.
Look at you, full of hypocrisy and mendaciousness, only knowing your way to the canteen or to pick up a package. All these years in prison playing games and never read a book cover to cover.
Just tell me, what am I supposed to do?
Allah, the merciful, munificent, glorious be his name. He lifted me out of this deep, dark hole I'm in, where I thought no one could reach down into.
I wouldn't wish a walk around this track on my worst enemy.
Well, come walk with me, and I'll introduce you to some role models. There's darkness all about us, but it's the light inside of a man that can dismantle places like this, stone by stone.
End of Scene 1. Scene 2. Characters: Evita, strong-willed, fearless, 25 years old. Angelica, college student, childhood sweetheart, 19 years old. Brianna, prisoner wife, good-natured, 23 years old. The setting is a prison somewhere in the US, a Friday. At Rise, outside the prison visiting room, standing in line preparing to be called by name to visit loved ones.
Girl, get up in here. These women are ruthless about getting a spot in line, and hating for them is just to pass the time. We're first in line. Thank you, Jesus.
I was just talking to that poor woman. She's visiting her husband and son. They even live in the same cell.
Number 1 rule, girl. Don't feel for no one.
I couldn't imagine what she goes through dealing with that.
Listen, sister, no one wants to hear anyone else's tired story. And stop telling them about what your hotel's got when they're staying in the Roach Motel. Now, look who's coming. Looking like Whitney Houston after Bobby Brown.
Oh, sorry, y'all. I woke up late.
I don't know why you go with the hair and nails routine for that man, especially after his sister visiting turned out to be his ex.
Mm-hmm. Why are you trying to wear that pretty dress? Don't you know this is Funeral Friday? Officer Jones over there hates every girl that's prettier than her, and that dress you almost got on is about to set her off, and we all going to pay the price.
That's true. When she works, we all wear black.
Guess who I just saw? The princess is here to visit her celebrity husband again.
I can't stand her thinking those titanium diamonds make her better than us. And let me tell you that Bentley she's driving has seen much better days.
Girl, you is icy today. Your man is going to catch frostbite sitting next to you.
All I know is some pretty boy has been dropping her off, and I'm hearing he ain't kin.
What's up, girl?
Remember Lucy?
Oh, don't even go there. Angelica here is planning on marrying, and you're poisoning the matrimonial waters.
She said her husband was called up with his homeboy. She said her husband was celled up with his homeboy, Johnny. It ended up being Jenny from around the block.
Just this word of advice. You need to cultivate a second garden, girl, or a man will take everything you got.
And just look around you. Ain't nothing but mothers, wives, girlfriends, and children. They're all these men got. All they have left to keep them from losing their hope.
So we really matter?
In a big way.
It's about to go down. They're calling names. How do I look?
A whole lot of Beyonce around the edges after Jay-Z got a hold of her.
I like that.
End of scene 2. Scene 3. We have loser Angelica and Officer Jones, a female guard, strict no nonsense. The setting is inside the prison visiting room, crowded with many voices speaking at one time. At Rise, Loser is gazing at a food menu as Angelica enters. She's wearing a baggy gray sweatshirt and sweatpants.
Wow. You look like you escaped from the police academy.
I drove over 200 miles to see you, and that's all you can say? I had to change 3 times before they let me in.
I'm glad you're here. And you're early before they ran out of food.
1 kiss coming in and 1 going away. You forgot the first one.
Oh, that was my bad. Okay, I got caught up checking out the menu for the special of the day.
We have a lot to talk about. Your stomach can wait. But first, tell me why you're sweating your mother for money. You know she's living on a fixed income.
What's she been talking to you about?
You borrowed a guitar and supposedly it was stolen. $400, really?
It would have gotten me over that.
Your cellie was in debt, and so you wanted to save his life. $500?
It's like that in here.
The kitchen food was contaminated, so you needed extra packages and canteen.
Health inspectors were about to shut it down and call in the feds.
And you told me you lost your visits because some guard had it in for you. Well, the girls told me you only lose visits over a drug infraction.
Say, what's with the FBI and CIA routine? All right. Okay, I blew it. Okay, but I'm in NA and AA now, and I have some new friends there.
Your mother's been selling blood to get extra money she sends you.
Oh, no. Tell me that.
I'm here to make a difference. If I can't, I'm out of here.
Okay, loser, that's it. Your visit's terminated. You know the rules. 1 coming in and 1 going away.
Come on, Officer Jones, have a heart. Just look at the yard. Okay, those fools are doing way more than me and my girl.
Take it back to your cell or it's a write-up.
At least, let me get a Hot Pocket and a Pepsi.
Toys, Once Upon a Time at a Jewish Deli by Wayne Holloway. We're reading Scene 1, Cabbage Patch Doll, Waitress, Lego Man, Customer. The setting is a Jewish delicatessen located on the Upper East Side, Bronx, New York, Cat's Deli on Delancey Street. At Rise, a jam-packed crowd at Cat's Deli. The waitress takes the meal order of a familiar face at a back table.
Let me get this straight, Lego Man. A 1/4 pounder of corned beef hanging from the plate on toasted rye bread with mustard. A side order of chicken soup with crackers, potato salad, and a kosher pickle dipped in gravy. For dessert, apple cobbler with whipped cream on top soaked in vanilla ice cream and cherries. Oh, so I don't forget a large cup of black espresso coffee stirred with a cinnamon stick.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You make sure that corned beef is hanging off the side of the plate, you know. I once told a story about when you go to a Jewish deli and the order of corned beef on rye. I tell them all this time that you get a lot of meat. The corned beef, how it just hangs all out the bread, all over the plate. I tell you, if you didn't know any better, it make you feel like your mama committed murder.
You got a lot to say, Lego man. But make sure you don't give away your grandma's secret recipes. I heard about you Jewish boys willing to tell on your own mama in exchange for pastrami and cheese.
That depends on whose mama you're referring to and who's paying for the damn sandwich.
Not enough for you, huh, Lego man? How about if I throw in a fresh bagel with raisins? And if you behave yourself, I might even heat up the bagel for you.
Oh, you got a smart mouth on you, I'll give you that much. Say, who's that creep going into the ladies' room?
What on earth are you talking about, Lego man? What creep?
Look, over there. Short guy carrying a steel metal box in one hand, pushing his way through the ladies' room door. You see him?
Oh, that guy? He works for my boss. His name is Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, he sticks his head down sewers.
I'm sure he does. Read the headlines. Hollywood movie mogul turned convicted sexual violent predator.
No, Lego man, not that Harvey Weinstein. This one is a licensed plumber. He's here to fix the pipes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And when he's done, he'll come over and order the chef's special.
The chef special?
Egg omelet with horseradish and tomatoes, a stuffed cheese croissant, and a club soda on fried ice.
Wait a minute. You said something about a horse? That reminds me, I need to go down to the tracks and place a bet on a filly named Gumshoes.
So you're back to gambling? You swore on the Holy Land you would never bet again so long as thou is saved.
Well, be it thou or thee, I did swear on the Holy Land of Jerusalem. But we're not in the Holy Land of Jerusalem. Instead, we in the USA.
Can't get a straight answer, huh, Lego man?
How about the food I just ordered? I'm starving.
You betcha. Coming right up. Let's see. A quarter pound of corned beef hanging from the plate on toasted rye bread with mustard, a side order of chicken soup with crackers, potato salad, and kosher pickle dipped in gravy. For dessert, apple cobbler with whipped cream on top, soaked in vanilla ice cream and cherries, and of course, a large cup of black espresso coffee stirred with a cinnamon stick. Enjoy your meal, Lego man.
End of scene.
Untitled by Glenn Jefferson. Scene 1 of Lafayette, Lana Shawnee, and Kim. The setting is a back deck of Lafayette's and Kim's home overlooking the Santa Barbara, California coastline at sunset. At rise, Lana approaches Lafayette sitting off the back deck.
Lafayette, are you here? I let myself in. Oh, Lafayette, I'm so sorry. I just heard. I'm so very, very, very sorry.
Why did I let her go, Lana? I did not pay attention to the signs. I felt Jim Jones was evil.
You can't blame yourself. I know Kim wouldn't want you to feel or act like this. I've known you both since you were kids. It's going to be all right. You'll find your way through this.
How, Lana? How can I truly go on without her?
I've been out of the country. I'm sorry I wasn't here. I'm here now. I want you to reflect back on your and Kim's life. You must start at the beginning. See where it takes you. I'll listen. No judgment, okay?
Why? I'll never have her again. I'll never see her kindness, her love of creation, her forgiving heart. Oh, Lana, she's gone. She's really, really gone.
Please, Lafayette, please try. It's been 60 days since her death. Give your pain to the universe.
End of scene 1. Scene 2. The setting is the back deck of Lafayette's and Kim's home overlooking the Santa Barbara, California coastline at dusk. At rise, Lana sits across from Lafayette. Kim's spirit is shown standing to the right of Lafayette.
I remember the first day I walked into that third day class. After the teacher, Mrs. Collins, introduced me, I saw the most beautiful girl in the world. And wow, she looked right at me, jumped up and said,
My name is Kim. I'm the class president. So, Mrs. Collins, Lafayette can sit here when Stephen is sitting.
wow.
This isn't Stephen's seat, Mrs. Collins. He can sit in one of the other empty desks. You can pick it. Are you coming, Lafayette?
Well, Miss President, since you are all a matter of fact and acting like my mom, do I have a choice?
Very funny. I'm not acting like your mom. I just want you to know this desk right here is your place forever, next to me. That's all. So come on.
Hey, Lafayette, you feel her presence. Let her sit and you continue to talk.
Kim, you know, I didn't think you would have taken no for an answer if I did not want to sit there, or even if Miss Collins would have not agreed, or if Stevens did not fulfill your demand. You were a little forceful.
No, I wasn't. Really?
Yep, afraid so. The only words you said that were "Thank you, Stephen," after he had quickly gotten up to move.
I don't think I knew how I was acting or what I was saying that day. And we were only 8 years old, but it was like I had lost you a very long time ago, and then there you were again. I knew my soul felt a joy that it had never felt.
I've always loved you, Kim.
I know.
You're my Eve, Kim.
Just as you're my Adam. I realized that when we were kids, LaFay. As Eve was of Adam, I knew I were of you from the beginning to now and forever.
Kim, I just recalled a memory. That first day in class, it was not the first time I had to look into your green eyes. That night when I went to sleep, I had a dream about that.
And you, LaFay, have always loved my eyes. Did I ever tell you how much I love the Shirley Temple curls you wore in your hair? Your mom kept you looking good.
Yes, I love your eyes. Loved them from the moment I gazed into them, because I could see a rainbow. But at its end, there were no gold, only you. Only you were there to always give such wondrous things their true meaning.
End of scene 2. Scene 3. Setting is the back deck of Lafayette and Kim's home overlooking the Santa Barbara, California coastline at dark. At rise, Lafayette and Lana are standing looking up at the star-filled night.
It's really, really clear tonight, Lana.
Yes. Peaceful too. Lafayette, do you remember the promise Kim and you made at her 10th birthday party? It was concerning something I had taught you both. That even at that young age, you both understood that the two of you, no matter where, no matter what may happen in this life, in time and space, your souls will find each other.
I said for eternity.
You're right. And Kim said, yes, always.
I remember, Lana. It was about transmigration and our endless passage. Lana, you know that verse in the Holy Bible that says, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son.
Yes, I'm familiar. Hold on to that. You'll be all right. You believe in Kim's love for you and yours for her, right?
In my heart, and embedded deep within my soul. And I always remain as written. God created Ken to remind himself why he loved the world so much in the place.
She'll come back to you, even in this lifetime. I promise.
Play ends with a song by Prince, the most beautiful girl in the world, softly playing. End of play.
Felix's Story by James Daniel Nelson. Characters in scene 1 are Felix, who's a 1-year-old tabby cat who believes he's a dog, and Samantha, a 17-year-old Great Dane who's mellow and accepting. The setting is the living room in Felix and Samantha's home, and at Rise, Felix is sitting and talking with Samantha.
Rex and Spike were picking on me again today.
Really? What about this time?
They keep telling me I'm not a real dog. And I should quit saying I am and that I should stop trying to copy dogs. They told me that I could never be a real dog.
I don't know why you let those two mangy strays say bother you. You know they're just miserable that their own lives turned out to be the way they did.
What do you mean? They seem happy all the time, whenever I run into them.
It's really sad, actually. Their family put them out, never took them back. They dropped out of obedience school, and now they're hooked on doggy treats and just run the streets.
What? That's awful. They must feel so unloved. I never knew any of that.
You would think they would try to behave better than they do, but all they seem to care about is getting their next fix a doggy treat, putting other animals down.
You've known them for a long time, haven't you?
I met Spike about 7 years ago in guarding school. They both used to live next door until their families threw them out, moved away.
Is that how you know them so well?
Yeah, and I would expect them to be better behaved than that. After all, they've faced their own share of discrimination because they're mixed breeds and good-for-nothing doggy treat addicts.
Oh, you shouldn't be so hard on them. They can't help that they're mixed breeds and that there's nothing wrong with that anyway. And in pageant school, they taught us that drug addiction is the disease. So maybe they can't help it.
It's just like you to stick up for those two dogs that are bullying you. You really are a good dog, kid.
Well, I try. I try to understand other animals. I don't like being judged because of who I am, so why should I judge someone else for who they are? As long as no one is getting hurt, it should not matter what anyone else is or does with their life.
Yeah, that's a good concept, kid, but life usually doesn't work out that way. You still going to get your trans-species surgery?
Yes, I have my surgery for next week. Then my body will match how I feel inside. I hate being stuck in this cat's body when I'm really a dog.
Please don't start crying again. As long as that's what will make you happy, I say go for it. I'll always love you, and I'll always be your friend no matter how you look.
I know, I'm just tired of not having my body match how I feel. And everyone treating me like I'm a cat when I'm really a dog. It's just so hard having a body that doesn't match how I feel, and I'm tired of feeling trapped within my own body.
Oh, I know it's hard for you. I've always been here for you no matter what. It's just the surgery's permanent, and once it's done, there's no going back. I just want you to be sure about it. You know, you'll probably still face some discrimination and hatred after the surgery.
Yeah, I'm sure because I've given it a lot of thought. I also know I'll still face some discrimination and hatred. After all, 22 trans species animals were murdered last year just for being who they are.
End of scene 1. Scene 2, we have Felix, who has had his trans species surgery. Rex, a 12-year-old pit bull mixed dog, and who's addicted to doggy treats, and Spike, a 10-year-old husky mixed dog who is addicted to doggy treats. The setting is late afternoon in an alleyway 3 months after Felix's surgery, and at Rise, Rex and Spike are standing in front of Felix.
What's up, guys?
Look, Spike, it's that lame cat that thinks he's a dog.
Sure is. Looks like you got some surgery too. How you doing, Felix?
I'm all right, Spike. How you been doing?
He's homeless, dummy. How you think he's doing? Of all the dumb questions to ask a homeless dog.
I didn't mean to hurt you. You're feeling upset, you, Rex. I know it's got to be tough on you two, being stuck out here like this.
How the hell would you know what it's like out here? You live in that nice big house with that really nice family support you.
Come on, Rex. Come on, Rex. Calm down.
Oh, you're taking the cat's side now, huh, Spike? All right, I see the score.
I'm not a cat. I'm a dog. If you're coming down, I can give you some money to help. It's not much.
I'm not taking his side, Rex. Just, you're my friend, okay? I just think you're getting really worked up is all. And Felix offered to help us get better.
Now, I'm not getting worked up. You know, Felix, just because you got that trans-species surgery doesn't make you a dog now. You're just a cat with a mutilated body.
Look, my surgery just made my body conform to how I feel, Rex. I'm still the same person that I've always been. Now my looks just match how I feel. And I'm happier now.
Here, that's right. He's happy. Never mind all the fancy living he has. That never made him happy.
Yeah, you have always seemed happy to me. Sometimes I'm a little jealous of you.
What? Jealous of me? I never would have guessed that.
I've never been jealous of you. Trying to trick some poor dog into loving you by pretending you're a dog when you're not. You can stop pretending any time and be what you were born. A cat.
Do you really think I would choose to live with all that hatred and discrimination if I wasn't born this way? I'm a dog, and that cat's body I was born with is a cruel joke. Nature played it on me. That's like saying you choose to be a doggy treat addict.
Come on, Rex, let's get out of here. Hey, Felix hasn't ever done anything to us.
You can go if you must fight, but me and that cat are talking. I bet you're not even going to tell the dog you hook up with your cat until after they have feelings for you.
Of course I'll tell them. They have a right to know if we're going to get romantically involved. Other than that, I choose to live my life is up to me. Just like how everyone else gets to decide how they live their lives. Is that why you hate me? Some trans species didn't tell you she was a trans dog and you fell in love with her?
Come on, Rex, let's go, dog. You're only acting like this because we're dope sick.
I told you, take off if you want to. No, that's not what happened. I just believe your kind is an abomination and that you shouldn't be allowed to intermingle with us true dogs.
Oh, I better be getting home now, or my family will be worried about me.
Hand Spike some money.
Hold on now, we're not done talking. So you believe you have a right to treat decent dogs into your abnormal lifestyle?
I just want to be accepted for who I am. I'm not trying to trick an animal. If other animals are truly my friend, they'll accept me for who I am. I shouldn't have to live my life as a cat just to escape being discriminated against or have animals harassing me just because I'm trans species. We're animals too.
Your kind aren't animals. You should all be locked up in the pound so your presence isn't forced on the rest of us. You're all abominations.
We're not abominations. We're animals, just like you, that simply want to live our own lives. Wasn't there ever a time in your life you just wanted to be accepted for who you are?
You believe so, do you?
Clown Rex, you're scaring Felix. There isn't any need for this. He's never done us any harm.
He's done plenty.
Steps toward Felix threateningly.
Rex, no!
Spike jumps toward Rex. End of scene. Scene 3. Samantha, 18-year-old Great Dane. Sugar, 18-year-old Black Labrador. And Felix, 2 years old, trans dog. Setting is late afternoon in a pet cemetery 2 months after Rex attacked Felix. At Rise, Samantha and Sugar are standing before a grave looking down at its tombstone.
I heard the humans are going to euthanize Rex.
Good. That's what he gets. It's not like society will lose anything.
No animal deserves that. Not even Rex.
Felix limps on stage.
I don't think Rex should be euthanized either. I think having to spend the rest of his life in the pound is more of a punishment than death.
I thought you, of all animals, would want the humans to put Rex down for attacking you and killing Spike.
I don't know why Rex was so full of hate. It might have been the doggy treat addiction or abuse he suffered as a puppy. All I know is if Spike hadn't jumped in to save me, I'd be the one in this grave.
Well, at least Rex won't ever hurt anyone else.
Don't you realize, Sugar, that Rex will hurt other people? Every animal that disagrees with euthanasia will become the human's victims. When they put him down, his family, friends, and anyone who reads about or sees him being put down will be hurt by him to one degree or another. By euthanizing him, the humans are just allowing Rex to inflict more pain and suffering on a lot of good animals. Some of them probably wouldn't have ever known him. I wouldn't want any animal to suffer needlessly for what he did, when it could be limited by having him spend the rest of his life in the pound.
That's why I love you so much. You're so full of compassion and kindness for others, even when they don't deserve it.
Every life matters to someone. To stop hurting each other, we have to learn to forgive each other, accept one another, and work together to change things for the better. Whether bird, cat, dog, species, or trans species, we're all a part of this society. And it's up to all of us to change the things we know are wrong. Animals don't like being discriminated against because of their species, but then turn around and discriminate against others. To stop the hatred and discrimination, two things must happen. We must forgive each other and let the past be the past. And we must accept animals for who they are. Otherwise, we'll stay stuck right where we are.
Nice speech, kid. Hopefully things will change for the better. Come on, Samantha. Let's give Felix some privacy.
Samantha and Sugar walk off stage.
Thanks for your sacrifice, Spike. I'm going to try to live my life in a way to make it worth it, if I can. I'm going to try to get everyone to look past their own prejudice to see we're all equals and everyone's life matters. To those who love and care about them, we have to start accepting each other for who we are and need to stop trying to force each other to act or believe the way we want them to. Accepting each other for our differences will allow us to start to heal.
End of play.